Hello, my name is Muhammad Lutfil Hadi bin Muhammad Zaim. Today I will present about Segment 1, Management of Engineers. Our title is Non-Invasive Blood Glucose Monitoring Using Dual Band Microwave Sensor with ML.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will be presenting the assignment for Management of Engineers with the topic of non-invasive blood glucose monitoring using dual band microwave sensor with machine learning. Diabetes mellitus affects over 500 million globally, requiring frequent glucose monitoring to prevent complication. Conventional finger prick methods are invasive, painful, and reduce patients' compliance. Recent advances in dual-band microwave sensors and machine learning enable non-invasive detection of glucose-induced dielectric changes in tissues, and these changes occur due to fluctuations in glucose concentration that alter the permittivity of biological matter. This project develops a microwave-based system with machine learning to estimate blood glucose levels without blood extraction, targeting real-time home use, and by addressing both physiological accuracy and user comfort. The system aims to bridge the gap between laboratory research and personal healthcare applications. Problem statement is invasive monitoring causes discomfort, infection risk, and skip tests. This drawback discourages consistent use, leading to poor glucose control and long-term complications. Optical methods such as near-infrared suffer from accuracy issues across skin tones and environment. Variability in melanin absorption and ambient lighting introduce significant noise, compromising prediction accuracy. Existing solution lack reliability for real-time monitoring. Delays in response, calibration drift, and signal instability continue to poor performance. A painless microwave-based system is urgently needed to improve diabetic care, offering consistent result regardless of skin color, sweat, or environmental lighting. The objective is to design a dual-band microwave sensor optimized for glucose dielectric changes. The design will emphasize frequency stability, impedance matching, and penetration depths suitable for epidermal and dermal layers. Train machine learning models such as neural networks and SVR to map sensor data to glucose level. Algorithms will be evaluated for generalization ability, especially across different individuals and time intervals. The last objective is to validate the prototype against invasive glucometers in clinical trials. Metrics like mean absolute error (MAE) and root mean square error (RMSE) and Clark error grid analysis will be used for comparison. The project scopes are the one included is the development of a microwave sensor prototype with robust signal transmission and reception capability. The prototype will be bench tested before human trials. The second is the machine learning training using human subject data in control settings covering a range of glucose level to ensure model diversity. And the third is ethical clinic trial approved by IRB following protocols for informed consent, safety, and monitoring. Mobile apps for real-time glucose display, including historical trend visualization and threshold-based alert. And some of the excluded project scopes for this project is the long-term deployment or insulin management, which would require regulatory approval and integration with pharmacological system. Wearable miniaturization, which involve additional power optimization, thermal design, and mechanical robustness.
This is technical activity. First, literature review and market research. To finding information on the pros and cons of each type of product improvement and to study the trend of the recent and upcoming market. Next, to define system requirements and specification. To define sensor and machine learning system needs based on research. Next, design dual band microwave sensor. RF sensor modeling and simulation, example in CST or HFSS. Next, simulate sensor on human tissue models to test RF interaction on phantom or tissue models. Fabricate and test microwave sensor prototype. Manufacture sensor hardware and perform basic lab testing. Obtain ethical approval for human trials. To prepare submission for Institutional Review Board (IRB). Collect RF sensor data from participants. Measure real-time sensor data in trials. Next, record ground truth blood glucose levels. Use glucometer for actual glucose reading during data collection. Pre-process sensor and glucose data. Clean, normalize, and prepare the data from machine learning processing. Select suitable machine learning algorithm. Choose machine learning models for regression or classifications. Next, train and validate machine learning models. To feed models data and test prediction performance. Next, optimize model accuracy. Hyperparameter tuning and feature selection. Integrate sensor with embedded system and UI, hardware, software, machine learning integration with a user interface. Conduct usability testing and clinical evaluation. Evaluate system usability, reliability, and user feedback. Next, lastly, document file result and prepare project report. Compile project outcome into a report and presentation. This is our AON table. It have 5 columns. First column is activity names. Each activity along of the project to success. The second column is successor. Each symbol of activity. And third column is duration. Each duration of the one activity to perform. And next column is predecessor. Predecessor is activity after of the successor. And next column is person in charge. So this is our AON diagram. For the we get long duration, it is 48 days. So the critical path is activity A, B, C, D, E, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. So it take 48 months for the critical path.
So for the project budget, it will be categorized into a few categories, which is the hardware, the software, the staff, and the clinical, doc and administration, and conference and contingency. So for the total cost of the hardware is around 6,500, while the software took the cost of around 5,500. The staff took cost around the 28,500 ringgit, with the clinical being the total around 4,200, and the docs and administration that took around 400 ringgit, with the conference being 1,000 ringgit and the contingency being 4,710 ringgit. with the total project budget of 51,810 ringgit. So the proposed budget of 58,810 ringgit is justified for developing a non-invasive glucose monitoring system covering essential hardware, software, staffing and clinical testing. The allocation ensures efficient resource use while maintaining project feasibility and compliance with ethical standards. A 10% contingency is included to mitigate unforeseen expenses.